Another factor in the company's favor is its balance sheet. Since Melanie Kreis became CFO, cash flow has improved significantly.
One of my priorities over the last years has been to really focus the whole organization on better cash generation. It's not just a finance job. Making sure that ultimately revenue converts into EBIT and into cash in the bank account is the responsibility of the whole organization.
She says, we can't be successful as a company if we are not collecting the cash for our services we have provided. And she has not missed one single opportunity to talk about that.
I think it's a very comfortable situation, particularly in the current environment, to have a strong balance sheet. I think in that respect, I'm very conservative, and I rather have a bit more on the balance sheet and a bit more buffer.
Spell out for us what the priorities are, the longer-term priorities, in terms of putting some of that cash to use for you.
The first priority here is organic growth. We clearly indicated also with our CapEx budget, 12 billion for the next 3 years, that we will keep investing into organic growth. We are very focused on our regular dividend payment. And then, if there is something left, which is fortunately the case at the moment, we will think about inorganic opportunities, and we will also think about other means to allow our shareholders to participate. That is why we are currently running a 2 billion euro share buyback program.
Inorganic opportunities include M&A, like the recent purchase of beverage shipper Hillebrand. But deploying cash is always subject to careful consideration.
Does Melanie ever turn around and say no when you're pushing through or pushing for a particular package of spending?
Yes, she does that quite often, because she is a person, and that's great if you have a CFO who is risk averse, because you need somebody. The business is always too optimistic. Melanie might be something too pessimistic, but that's a very healthy discussion. And if we then jointly come to the same conclusion after a debate, then we are probably in the right spot.
How often do you find yourself saying no to divisional heads?
So when I was promoted into the CFO position, my team gave me a stamp with rejected. It sits on my desk. I think the fact that people know it sits there already has instilled quite a lot of discipline in the organization. So I think when I get a proposal, it has also already gone through a number of iterations and is normally of such a high quality that I don't need the rejected stamp too often.
For the time being, Kreis should be able to keep that stamp in a drawer. CEO Frank Appel has expressed a commitment to service quality and confidence that customers will accept higher prices that come with it.
If you are too expensive, you will be out of business, but if you don't provide the right quality, you will be out of business as well. So we will never be the cheapest in town. That's not doable. We are the premium provider. That's our strategy.
Of course, it's also more challenging for us when our customers are under pressure. At the same time, I think overall the last 2 years have shown that a reliable, high-quality supply chain comes at a certain price tag.
I definitely see that inflation is having a huge impact on the logistics industry, and there's been substantial price increases in the last few years. I do not see that changing. There's a lot of innovation happening, and I don't see the inflation necessarily going away. It might level out a bit, but it's not going to go away.
Logistics companies may have pricing power with customers, but their stock prices haven't been so robust.
I think that the issue there is the increase in interest rates has made everyone rethink and be concerned about the level of inventory that is out, in the system, if you will, and with the level of disruption.
I think what's happened more in the last, certainly 3 months, is there's more a view that we're actually now heading into certainly an economic slowdown, maybe a recession.
With more than half its revenue coming from Europe, investors may see DPDHL as more exposed to recession risk than its global peers. The company insists it can meet its revenue targets in the event of a downturn. It's counting on diversification as a cushion.
I'm not so pessimistic that there is really a deep recession at our doorstep. But even then, Our portfolio is very much balanced. We are everywhere in the world, and the world will not go entirely in a recession. I doubt that.
Would it be a stretch to suggest that DPDHL is, to some extent, recession-proof?
I wouldn't go as far as to say recession-proof, but I think we are very well positioned to deal with all different types of recessionary scenarios due to the breadth of the portfolio. The balance of the portfolio really gives us a lot of resilience against any type of headwind.